So today I picked up this Quagsire, and so this is actually the final card I needed to complete my Generation 2 Pokedex. And so for those who've been following along, at the start of the year, I decided to create a Pokedex, um, collecting 1,025 Pokemons, just as a challenge for this year. And so far, I'm almost done. I'm only 3 cards away. And so what I want to do is show you a little bit of some of the updates that I made. And so one of the things that you'll notice is instead of trying to squeeze all of it into one binder, I'm actually going to be using multiple binders, most likely 9 binders, one for each generation, because I have adopted the Michi method. And so I'm creating a set of binders that is the Pokedex that actually utilizes the Michi method because I think it's so much more interesting to look at and it's actually a bit more fun, especially since I'm collecting kind of more the common cards. Some of the rules I have for the Pokedex is no card should be over $50. I've broken that rule a few times, so I need to make some adjustments. But the idea is I want to have 9 binders that have all the Pokemons. And I know there's a 10th one coming out, but until then, 9 binders that I'm going to have a card for each Pokemon. And so that would consist of my Pokedex. So this is the Quagsire, but before I get there, let me show you a little bit of the state of it. So with each binder, each generation, I just created like a one-page layout, kind of telling the story of the region. So some of these are proxy cards. So this is actually not a real card. It's just a printout of the card, and I'm going to eventually pick one up someday. And so I just went and just printed it out on a piece of paper and put it in here just as a placeholder. I was going to make it black and white, but I just decided, hey, you know what? It's okay. It could be in color, but I'll get a copy of that soon. So yeah, so every Pokedex binder has a little bit of a story, and then each starter gets their own page with all the evolutions. And then if they have a mega, I'll add the mega version of it. So this is just a fun way to kind of create a Pokedex that's a little bit more interesting than just a bunch of cards being laid out. And so giving me a lot of freedom to tell the story. This is actually another placeholder. I just printed it out and cut it in half. I don't know why I did that, but just as a placeholder to say that I need that card. But yeah, so this is kind of the state of Generation 2 Pokedex. It is now complete. So I'll attach the link to Generation 1. I also have completed that. And so it's just fun to have these like 9 binders that I'm working on that could tell the story, but also not only collect the Pokemon card. So this one belongs right here. And so this is the final card that completes Generation 2. But not only collect the cards, but also collect the art. There's no way that I'm ever going to buy the Moonbreon, but I could print out the art to appreciate it as part of kind of the Moonbreon. I actually do have this card. But yeah, so this is just another way to just enjoy building a Pokedex. It's a lot less expensive than trying to get like illustration rares for each of these cards. But you know what I want to do is I want to at least complete the first round, and then I might go into upgrading some of these cards. But you know, like there's some really cool like shots from the anime and other fan art that I thought would make this binder a lot more interesting. And so, you know, I think Peeplop is the guy who invented the Michi method, or at least made it very, very popular. And so, a big shout out to him, and really grateful because this has made the the collecting hobby a lot more fun, especially when you find like art like this. It's really cool, right? And so to find a place to put that in the binder is great. And also, one of the other rules is only 1 card per Pokemon. So I know there's lots of different cards I could put in here, but I try to make sure that I stick to kind of that 1 card per Pokemon rule. And so, for example, the Celebi, a really great card. I know it's over $50, but it's there because I like it. It's my binder, and I'll do what I want. And then at the end of it, I'll start putting all the extra cards that I have from Generation 2 that, you know, maybe I'll swap it out once in a while just to enjoy it. Now there are versions of mega forms of these, so I'm going to start introducing that. And so so I could redesign this binder without having to redesign a huge Pokedex binder that has 1,025 cards. Moving cards around and that is really hard. But when it's just a few pages for each generation, making adjustments do become a lot easier. And so this is Generation 2 Pokedex. Super glad that I was able to finish it, and on to Generation 3. All right, so if that's ready, you'll see a video up here somewhere where I'll put a card, or I'll put a card here for the Generation 1. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.